SaaS might be my favorite form of cloud application. Why? Because it's so easy. Think about, you go and subscribe and you just get to use an application that's already there. You just have to turn it on. The problem with SaaS though is it's so easy. Anyone can use it. And this is a problem that we at Palo Alto Networks saw 11 years ago when we first launched our next-gen firewall. Except back then it was called consumerization of IT. But what was happening even then was basically any employee, anyone in the company, just decided that they wanted to use an application. And so without realizing it, all these applications were being used, but they resided outside the control and visibility of the enterprise. Now, as this has evolved, SaaS has become a very big way in which enterprises leverage the cloud to more easily consume and use applications. And there's a lot of this that's really wonderful and good. But there's also a lot of unsanctioned use of SaaS application by employees that really causes big security risks. And then there's this thing in between, which is this sort of, it's not sanctioned, it's not unsanctioned, but it is high risk. It's employees that are using SaaS applications when they need to, but where the enterprise doesn't have full visibility and control of them. And so SaaS is this, there's a lot to it, and there's a lot that you need to think about relative to how do you secure it. The good news though, is with the Palo Alto Networks next-gen firewall, you actually have a really great starting point because you already have a lot of visibility into what SaaS applications are being used, how they're being used, and who is using them. Now, in addition to that, we augment it with Aperture, which leverages the APIs built in to these SaaS applications to get really deep and granular visibility into what data is there, how it's being shared, who has access to it, how are admins using the SaaS application. And third, to make sure that the next-gen firewall visibility and security capabilities are extended to all users all the time, we have Global Protect, which allows us to see all applications from all users regardless of where that user is located. Obviously focused on when users are off the network and you otherwise wouldn't get to see that traffic. And so we combine these three different capabilities together, our next-gen firewall, Aperture, and Global Protect, in order to provide a complete SaaS security platform capability. So how do we make this better? Actually, today we're announcing a lot of new capabilities to make this better. Starting on the next-gen firewall, we're announcing a number of new capabilities in the latest release of PAN-OS that allow you to get greater visibility into the SaaS applications that are being used to give you more context for what you do and do not want to allow your employees to access. And we're providing more granular control capabilities for what is allowed or not allowed. Second, on Aperture, we're constantly adding new capabilities through regular updates. Recently, we expanded the number of applications we support, as well as adding a number of new capabilities to make it even easier to operationalize the capabilities of Aperture. And third, with the recent release of the Global Protect Cloud service, we've enabled you to consume a lot of the security capabilities, the next-gen firewall Global Protect capabilities, purely as a service, without you having to go and deploy it yourself. So always making this better and easier, but ultimately providing the most comprehensive SaaS security solution out there.